watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
America's turning 250, and it's time to rock out with our forefathers. American-made, battle-ready style for true patriots. Whether you're marching in the parade, grilling in the backyard, or raising a toast to liberty, do it in the gear that screams freedom. Celebrate 250 years of USA in style. Wear your American pride loud. Trendjackers.etsy.com. Grab yours before the fireworks.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, first president of the United States, #1 on the dollar bill, and the guy who brought the revolution home to us 250 years ago. And now I'm doing something else again for the first time ever. I'm going to be the first founding father to perform stand-up comedy. That's right, at Govs. So go to govs.com, govs.com. Get your tickets now if you want to see me perform live. It's going to be fantastic. Martha thinks I'm crazy. John Adams thinks he's funnier than me. He's not. And Ben Franklin owes me a ton of money on the bar tab, so I'm going to cash in on that as well. It's going to be a great night. Trust me, I cannot tell a lie. This is going to be revolutionary. We got a great lineup of comedians all the way from Staten Island, from Long Island, and even from Washington, D.C. That's right. This is going to be a night to remember, so everybody come on out and check it out. My first stand-up show ever. It's going to be awesome.
Tony, welcome to Go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on? What? Alright, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knocking Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knock 'em Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking 'em dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, that Knock 'em Dead comedy radio.
I just want to say thanks for making my millennium. Oh my gosh, wow. It's a love fest.
Yeah, you heard that story.
Yeah.
So I guess should I tell it again?
Oh yeah, if you want. I mean, yeah.
You know, you guys are into comedy. Does it really help when somebody gives the punchline?
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday to you. Welcome to the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching, we appreciate the support. But if you would like to join in today's show and comment and hang out and hear your name or your comments read, please switch over to YouTube because that is where we're monitoring the comments. Before we go any further, before we get into anything, where's my... There it is. We'd like to congratulate Primal Scream with Nick Greystone and Hershey and the Keegs. They have been nominated for Best Podcast for the Best of Long Island voting. Whoops, I'm turning them the wrong knob. So congratulations to them. I know Hirschman is wishing death on Nick Greystone, and Nick Greystone is just wishing them well because that's the kind of guy he is. So congratulations to them. And, of course, Gov's Comedy Club Podcast has been nominated, naturally, for Best Radio Station, which we're not, but we'll take it.
All right.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
So
Take what you can get.
We're kind of like almost like it's almost like a radio show, just, but it's video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So vote for us. Voting for all this for the Best of Long Island starts October 1st and goes till December 15th. You can vote once a day. You don't have to just vote once and then you're done. You can vote once a day, every day, until the voting is done. So there you go. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show, we're coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. And the legendary Rosie Fiumara is hanging out in this legendary place with all these legends.
Legends.
Hi, Rosie.
Bound.
Of course.
What does your shirt say today?
What does it say?
A legend, another legend.
Of course.
Legends.
I am, what is it? I am that legend from Hicksville that everyone is talking about. That's right.
Know. I know that Billy Joel. Who's that guy?
That's right. Who was that? Lorraine Bracco.
She's from Hicksville, too?
Lorraine Bracco is from Hicksville, yep.
I'm eating a snack.
Nice. What is that, Funyuns?
Moonions.
Moonions?
They're the lesser evil version of the Funyuns.
Oh, look at you being all healthy.
Well, I steal snacks from the lunchbox drawer when no one's looking.
But you supply the lunchbox drawer. All right. I almost said lunchbox.
Lunchbox.
So it's really just don't tell.
Yeah.
You're stealing from yourself, but don't tell you. Shh. Okay. Shh. Would Cole would he be like, hey, what the? That's mine.
He likes the cheese balls better anyway.
Oh, okay.
So, good breakfast I'm having here. Breakfast of champions.
Really? That's the first thing you're eating today?
Well, I had a couple pieces of apple because that was left over too. It didn't fit in the, didn't fit in the lunchbox. So I.
What's going on? You take Cole goes to school, and then what? What What, are you working or something before you come here?
No, I'm putzing around the house. But I need to figure out a way to get more motivated in the morning. Like I just I'm drinking coffee and organizing my makeup, like dumb things. Like I need to yeah, I haven't been to the gym in 2 weeks. I've been like,
well, you wouldn't know it.
Thank you, but I've really been I've been so busy. It's been such a busy time, and then with the holiday, with the kids off of school, you just
stupid Jewish holidays
and the Ryder Cup. Everybody's talking about this Ryder Cup. The buses on the Loop Parkway.
Oh, that's right. They're meeting down at Jones Beach, right? And then
yeah. It's a big deal, apparently.
Oh, yeah, apparently.
Trump bought everybody All-American.
Yes. Well, that's not the first time he's done that.
Well, he did that when the cop passed away, too.
Right.
I remember in Massapequa.
That's right.
I think he really liked it because he went right back.
Well, yeah, he's a big fast food guy.
Yeah, well, no, you would never know it. He's so svelte.
Svelte. Well, say what you will, but the man has good taste in burgers.
Yeah, I do like those burgers. Now I have to go to Massapequa after this to the store, so now you have me thinking, or myself thinking, I might have to have one of those quarter pounders that are like 12 cents.
It's heaven.
How do they make money? Volume.
Because the place is always mobbed.
Mobbed.
Always.
Mobbed. It's mobbed. If you haven't been there, you got to go and get, and they have knishes.
Yes. And they have great home hand cut French fries.
They do, and I went there once. I think I said it once before, but I got coffee there. Don't do that.
Oh yes, I think you have told us
It's disgusting.
That. Really, it's that bad?
And the lid leaked all over me. I was cursing all the way down Merrick Road, and I don't litter, but I finally threw the fucking lid out the window, and I was like,
yeah, but you know what makes you feel better? If you stay there after you eat. You run over across the parking lot and get Marshall's ice cream.
Yes.
Better than Marvell.
Don't say so. Don't you dare.
I'm sorry, but it's.
But there's actually a dive of a Greek place right over there too. Greek Delight.
Oh yeah, okay.
And they.
Oh, right across the street.
Yeah,
right,
they
right,
have a really good chopped Greek salad.
I've heard good things about the place.
Yeah, it's gross inside. Don't look inside.
Okay.
Just order from the window. Don't look. Pay and then eat it somewhere else.
That's fine.
And it's delicious. So that's our food segment for the day.
There you go.
That's the food segment. We don't have a guest today.
Finally.
I almost brought a puppet.
Yeah, you've been promising the puppets.
Yeah, I'm working on a new bit about Valentina, who is my mother-in-law.
Okay.
Because she's a wealth of good stuff. She's got a really thick Italian accent. She's an amazing cook, and she hates the weather of any kind. So I want to work her into a character that is like she does forecasts. So I'm trying to figure out a bit on how much she hates the weather. So this is my new thing. So
all right, nice.
I'm going to try to channel her into maybe the puppet. I don't know. I'm either going to do a video or I'm going to try to be her on stage.
Well, you could do both. I would suggest, not that you asked, but I would suggest the videos first. Build a following, and then people will come here hoping to see those characters. That's how Rodea started.
Yeah, I was talking to George Gallo at a party, and I was telling him about, and he was all about the videos, and he was like, "I'll help you do the videos." I'm looking for something new to work with because I like creativity and.
George Gallo is a very disturbed individual.
Oh, he is so funny and he's so disturbed.
One of the best comedians you'll ever see in your life.
He's so good.
Unbelievably good.
He's a nice guy too, and his girlfriend is adorable and sweet.
Oh yeah, I haven't met her yet.
She's very nice.
I think I met her quickly, but yeah. I love George. I do. I love George. Some of you are laughing, but George and I had a falling out once live on the show.
That would be scary. Did he pick anything up and break it?
No. Which I was surprised. And we didn't talk for maybe a year, but now we're cool. We're actually more than cool. No, I'm serious. I am. We didn't talk for like a year. But now we're great, and I love George. So now I'm just fighting with Jackie. That's my latest public feud.
Jackie the Joke Man?
Yeah, we're not talking.
Uh-oh.
Yep, we're not talking. So let's see. John, where's Peter Rosie Eater? Whoa, jeez. I wouldn't have read that if I read that in advance. My apologies.
That's okay. No, listen.
Fremder!
I have a question.
Oh, okay, cool.
Did you hear anything from Peter about how the show went? They had
No.
that big sold-out show that night,
Right.
when he was here last.
I did. I have talked to Peter, but yeah, you know what? Sorry, Peter. I didn't even think to ask.
I think they
I'm bad.
probably had a good show. They had a lot of fun people on that night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
What did you do this week?
Last weekend. All right, yeah. So 2 weeks ago was my wife's birthday. My wife, and I don't think I even talked about it here on the show. Did I save the picture? I don't. Oh, there. Is that it? No, that's not it. So 2 weeks ago was my wife's birthday, and then one of the gifts I got her. She's a big fan of The Doors.
Oh.
So I.
Did she realize they're no longer together?
Shh.
Oh, okay.
God, I hope she's not watching. Yeah, I guess I got rid of the picture. So I was looking for things to get her. It was a day before her birthday, and I really didn't have much, and I'm kind of panicking.
Typical.
I'm no, honest to God, I'm usually pretty good with that
You know what happens in the
stuff.
same day every year?
No. What?
Men.
No. I am usually pretty good with this, but this year, yeah, I was slacking. So I'm scrambling all over the internet trying to find stuff, and then it hit me. It's like, oh, let me see if there's a show or like a play, anything that she would like. And I went. She's not a big fan of. She doesn't really like the city very much. I love this New York City.
I would live there in a minute.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that. But she's not terribly a big fan, so I ruled out Broadway shows. I went to Westbury Music Fair's website. Sure enough, the following Saturday was a Doors tribute band.
Really?
I'm like, oh!
Oh, you got lucky.
Oh, not yet. But so we went to that last Saturday, and I'll tell you, I scored major points.
I bet.
She was in her glory. She even said, we sat down, we had good seats. I mean, it's Westbury Music Fair. You can't get a bad seat. But we had really good seats, right? Westbury Music Fair has that revolving stage. But on this particular night, it wasn't revolving. So
Do they still call it Westbury Music Fair?
They stopped for a very long time, just maybe a year or two ago.
Okay, because I've
brought
always
back.
called it that, but
Yeah,
I feel like
I think everybody
they
has.
stopped.
Yeah, it was the NYCB Theater for a while. Now it's back to Westbury Music Fair. So, yeah, the band was fantastic. She sat down before the show starts. We're just sitting there, and she goes, wow. She goes, I haven't even listened to my Doors in such a long time. So she's almost like, she's not as bad as you, like with Eddie Vedder. But when she was a kid, her and her best friend Carrie, that they listened to Jim Morrison like crazy. They had the posters, they watched the movies, and they would imitate him. So she knew every song. She knew all the words. She was just sitting there, like, you know, and doing her little dance moves, and it was all sexy to me. And she's singing along. I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen her this happy at a concert. I'm like, I am so in, and because that's what it's all about.
It's what it's all about. It's. I feel like music is so healing, and it just, you get lost in the moment, and you just get lost in that magic, and for that hour or two, it's just, you don't worry about anything else. You just have those feelings, and it's that magic.
I meant scoring points.
Oh, I was feeling your wife for the moment.
Oh yeah,
and what she was feeling. I hope. I listen. I've seen some tribute bands for Pearl Jam, and they all suck.
Really?
Ugh. You know what? It's the music is fine, and the musicians are good.
Yeah.
But there's never a lead singer that can just do it. I can't explain it. And sometimes they can look a little like Eddie, and it's not even about that, because they don't have to look the part. But they just don't sound it. It's terrible. I've been to tribute bands where some people really nail it,
Oh, yeah.
but never a Pearl Jam one.
Well, yeah, that's a hard voice to nail down.
Yeah, but so's Jim Morrison, I feel like. That would be tough. Did he
This-
look like him at all?
Yes, these guys,
That's cool.
they dressed up. This guy, yeah, it was almost scary how much he sounded like Jim Morrison and acted like him. He had all the moves. He had the hair. And it was weird to me. In fact, my wife and I even talked about it about halfway through. I mean, first off, so it's the Doors. The Doors are, it's been 60 years. I mean, it's been over 50 years since Jim Morrison has died.
Crazy.
And at first, I was laughing because I'm just sitting there. I had a nice aisle seat, and I'm just kind of, and we had straight. I mean, the band was right in front of us.
Were there any young people there?
Some.
Okay.
Not too many, but that's exactly where I was going. So I'm just sitting there. I'm just watching, and I see off just a little to my right, just a few rows ahead of me, this one couple stands up, right, and they are. If you're walking down the street, they are your stereotypical old couple. This guy, had the flannel shirt tucked in with his shorts up to here. But they stand up in the middle of the show, and all of a sudden, first I notice the old man. He gets up and he's just. But then the lady, his wife, girlfriend, sister, for all I know, the woman that he's with, she starts going like this. First she looks at him and she goes, and then she just starts random like. And I'm like, wow, these people, 60 years ago, these people were cool. And maybe for this one night, they're tripping on acid.
Probably.
Really, the way she was.
Sounds that way.
Yeah.
I hope they were in an Uber.
And I was laughing my ass off watching these old folks. But then I started to notice this was one of the most rowdiest crowds I have ever seen. And I've been to a million concerts. I love going to concerts. Back before I had kids, when I could afford concerts, I was doing... almost at least one concert a week. I mean, I love concerts, always have. And this was, in fact, Pearl Jam. I've only seen them once. I've seen Eddie Vedder by himself a few times. I've only seen Pearl Jam once, and that was a pretty wild crowd, but fun. But these guys, yeah, they were, I mean, screaming song lyrics and yelling for song titles, and like I saw guys like throwing beers to each other, and like it was like kind of nutty. And I even turned to my wife. I said, "Is it me or is this a really rowdy crowd?" She goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I was just about to ask you that."
Did you take your leg off and just throw it in the air?
I've done that.
No, you.
Not at this concert. I'll get to that. So the Jim Morrison guy, towards the end of the show, he jumps off the stage and starts running around the theater. People are like following him, like chasing him. Security, like you see in their face. At first, we're like, "Is this fixed? Is this planned?" But I don't know, security looked like they were having a hard time. People were actually chasing this guy. One woman did catch him, and she was like holding on to him, and he had to like fight her off. It was, yeah, I'm telling you, it was nuts.
That's funny.
But
sounds like a good night.
It was great. We had a blast. I really enjoyed it, and like I said, my wife was so happy that I scored points. But yeah, Jim Morrison is a hard one. Freddie Mercury's a hard guy to sing like.
That guy from American Idol.
Yes,
he fronts Queen.
Yeah. Oh, Adam Lambert.
And he does a fabulous job.
Yeah,
you don't
right.
think so?
He's all right.
I mean, but who else can do it?
Well, all right. So, are you familiar with the band Bad Company?
Nah, I know them, but I'm not like
right.
I wouldn't say I like know them.
Feel Like Making Love, Can't Get Enough.
Yeah, I know the songs.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
If you put the lead singer in front of me and then three other guys, I would probably die.
All right, but you know the voice, you know their songs.
Yes.
The singer's name is Paul Rogers. He's also the guy, but it was a different band. All Right Now.
Okay.
That's the same guy. He was fronting Queen, like around 2010, somewhere around there. They for maybe 3 years, and I loved it. I thought it was great. But my problem with Adam Lambert, first of all, I don't know why. Like, is this a prerequisite now for Queen? Like, you have to be flamboyant.
I don't know. I just think he has the pipes, but he is very, But Freddie Mercury was flamboyant, but I can't explain it. Who's calling me?
Who's calling you?
Hello, Danny Calabrese.
Put him on speaker.
Hi, how you doing? I'm on the podcast. Welcome. Mm-hmm. How's Vegas?
He doesn't even know you're on a podcast right now.
I could see you're my biggest fan. I know you're in Vegas. I know. How's it going? Yeah, he saw Dana Carvey last night. He was soft.
Soft?
Well, that's because he wasn't the church lady. That's my favorite stuff. He did the church lady?
Nice.
Terrible?
Terrible?
I'm putting you on speaker. Hold on. You're on speaker. Say hi.
What's up?
Danny!
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I'm just I'm in Vegas. I'm on a work gig for the week.
Work.
But I saw Dana Carvey. It wasn't great.
Really?
I was kind of disappointed.
I mean, really, other than Saturday Night Live, what has he done? You know?
Well, he did the two guys with the hats.
Oh, Wayne's World.
Yeah, thank you. Was only super famous for that.
Yeah, but that was Mike Myers' baby. Like Dana Carvey was just there. He was good in it, but
he did Bush, for God's sakes.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Like,
that was Saturday Night Live.
Right there, like half the audience doesn't even know who Bush is or any of these references that you're making right now. He has to update his act big time.
Yeah.
Wow. So, what? So how was the crowd? Were they disappointed too?
The crowd was in. They were in for some things and out for others.
Wow.
The opener was even softer than he was. It was like, when you watch the dynamics of comedy, you're like, oops, she thought she was going to get a laugh there. Oops, she thought she was going to get a laugh there.
Wow.
Nope.
Wow.
Was it in a theater?
3,000 people.
3,000 people?
Goodness.
Yeah, and and it's like easier when you have an audience that big because you can get pockets to laugh.
Right.
She wasn't even doing that.
Wow.
Oh.
It was just, it's weird. It was a weird night where I was like, this is, because I remember his special from when I was a kid, and his straight stand-up special was great. And he did very limited amount of impressions when he was on that. But it was all right. I'm Sheryl Crow tonight, so maybe I'll get to meet Sheryl Crow.
I
love
love
her.
Sheryl Crow. Oh, you son of a bitch bastard.
Yeah. Oh. They might be able to get me a VIP pass. Well, I have a VIP pass, so I get to sit up front. But maybe I'll get to have a meet and greet with her. They usually throw me a meet and greet.
Nice. Look at you, VIP Danny. What does Laura Patton call you? What's her nickname?
Oh, Big Time Danny Calabrese. That's because I call her that.
Big Time Danny Calabrese. Now you're really big time.
That's my bit. I call her that.
What do you do, Danny Calabrese? That you're a VIP?
Oh, I'm the head of marketing for Henry Schein Medical for North America.
For North America,
So
not just like Long Island, but not even the country, North America.
And he lives in Farmingdale with the Ryder Cup was, and if we had planned right, he could have moved his wife and child into my house for the week and rented his house for $20,000.
Yes.
And he would.
I got to tell you, Teresa actually made that suggestion to me, and I have to tell you, I said no because I'm like, what am I doing with all my shit?
Put your shit in your basement, in your garage, and you wouldn't have even had, and it would have even been better because you wouldn't have even had to stay with me. It would have just been sweet Teresa, and your beautiful little one could have stayed with me, and you would have been in Vegas anyway, and you could have taken like $18,000 and plunked it into a college fund.
That's right.
$18,000. Some houses were getting, because where I am, I could have gotten 50.
He could walk.
Wow. And he turned it down because he's, the representative of North America. And he's hanging out with Sheryl Crow. I don't need $50,000.
I wish I was making money like that, but I'm not. But
goodness.
At the end of the day, I was like, it's not worth the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
You know what? It's better to just see Dana Carvey. I get it. Makes more sense.
I mean, I'm also working. It's not like I'm just here hanging out with Sheryl Crow and Dana Carvey at the table.
Well, Dana Carvey, Sheryl Crow, and you're calling, in the middle of the day. So it does kind of sound like you're not working. That does kind of what it sounds like.
Well, the day just started. It's only like a year.
Oh, that's right. It's
what we
Vegas.
forgot.
Yeah.
We're not so bright in this room. The air is so, the only reason why we're able to even talk is it's so fucking cold in here that all the air
I'll turn it off.
for all the 3 clubs is in this room at once.
There, I turned it
Get
off.
shuffled into that room.
Oh my God, it's just right over my head. It's awesome. Yeah.
With all the hot air coming out of you, I'm sure.
Oh,
whoa!
See, he's funny. He's funny.
See that? Yeah.
He is funny.
That's funny.
Danny, when are you coming home? I miss you. Enough of this shit.
I'll be back Sunday.
All right. Call me later.
I gotta tell you some crazy.
What?
I gotta tell you some crazy stories later. Call
All
me
right.
later.
All right, I will.
Danny, if you get Sheryl Crow to send me a video or something, I'll give you $10.
Yeah, unfortunately, the meet and greets are more like I get to walk in and shake their hand and take a picture. It's not like I get to talk. They don't really want to talk. I've gotten to meet Jim Gaffigan and Damon John. I had to meet, but they're get out. They don't want to talk to you.
Oh.
Are you going to get to go to the Sphere and see Wizard of Oz?
No.
Oh.
I'm working.
All right. Try to.
I'm not going to be here today. I'm going to see the Wizard of Oz. Okay, Danny. See you later.
You can't gamble at all?
I did a little gambling last night. I drank about 3 tequilas, which was one too many.
Oh.
Because I have to run around. I did I put 10 miles yesterday walking around the convention floor.
Oh, big time
Walking in
Danny.
circles from 7 to 7.
When we're off the air, tell us about the dollhouse.
No, they said they couldn't send a limousine for somebody so loser. So I can't go there.
Yeah, and he had walked
That's what it
already
is.
so much he couldn't walk there.
That's a shame.
All right.
Anyway, all right.
I'll give
I
you.
gotta jet. I'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Little cameo from Danny Calabrese.
So funny. Yeah, I'm jealous. He gets to go on all these cool trips.
Yeah, man. Cheryl freaking Crow.
I know you love her.
Oh, my goodness.
Dana Carvey. I didn't know he did like real stand-up. I thought he
Yeah.
just did like sketch and imitations.
Well, I'm with him. What I've seen, like he even mentioned a special that was hilarious. I'll be honest, I've never seen anything he's done outside of SNL that I thought was hilarious.
Yeah, but Danny was a little boy then.
Oh, true. Yeah.
He's only like 42.
Oh, he's a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, that's so cute."
Surprised he even knows who Dana Carvey is.
Yeah.
He wouldn't give up the girl's name though, the opener. I really wanted to know who that was.
Oh, he didn't want to throw her under the bus.
Yeah. Which I can't blame him.
So what else did you do this week? You went to a concert.
I'm still thinking about Sheryl Crow.
I know. It's okay.
Thanks. What else did I do this week? I was here. Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
so Mark and Keegan,
Yes.
they had Cutie Pie in the studio.
Oh, Tom?
Yeah, he's so cute.
Oh, he's great. What a nice young man. Yep.
Isn't he?
Tom McGuire. And a tremendous comedian.
He's funny.
Tremendous. Yeah.
And like
very funny.
so nice.
Yeah. Yep. He's a great dude. Yeah, I like him a lot.
Like he comes to the clubs with his little backpack. They're like, "You still living with your mom and dad?" He's like, "No, I'm in Queens now."
Yep. Okay, I'm hitting
Well, not.
on-
I know his father passed away, but he's still living
Oh,
at home.
I didn't know that.
Yes, but they're like, "You still living at home?" And he's like, "No, I'm in Queens now." He's like so sweet and like,
I'm hitting all the clubs in the city.
yeah.
I passed the auditions out there. I'm hanging out with Gaffigan.
Yeah. Right?
Oh yeah.
I know.
He is going to be he's going to make a living as a comedian.
I think so too.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, yes. Do I think he can? I think he's that good that he could be a household name at some point.
And I can never remember his last name.
McGuire.
I cannot remember it.
It's
I don't know.
easy because it's the name of one of the clubs.
I know. I just can
Yep.
never. I know his first name. I don't know. I have a mental block, but
Oh,
that's
it's weird.
just me. I just.
Okay. Tom McGuire. If you didn't see him, check him out from last week's Hershey and the Keegs, and then he's got videos up and stuff. Great comedian. Yeah, I think he could be a household name. But even if he doesn't make it to that level, I do think he can make a living as a comedian.
Yeah, he's super funny. I did a show one night at Governor's, and he was on the show, and my brother came, and on the way home, my brother was like, "That one guy, that young guy with the blonde hair, he was super funny." Like, because he tells this one story about getting lost on the LIRR with his brother and the bagels and and it's just so silly, but it's hilarious.
Hilarious,
it's just so funny. His timing is good.
Yep.
Yeah, so I have to go back and watch that. I tried to watch a little of it, but then I wound up, probably like, I don't know, ADDing out, making half a bed and putting half a thing on a stove and half of this, half of that.
Yeah,
and
but
I
you don't really
zoned
miss
out.
much because, it's Hershey and the Keegs and Mark does all the talking. So, so probably, the 2 sentences you saw of Tom was probably his whole thing.
Oh, you're so mean.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. They expect nothing less from me. This week, Hershey and the Keegs have Tom Arnold zooming in. And hopefully, he was supposed to do this show and he didn't show up. So hopefully he does their show. Would love to see it. Tom Arnold is playing the Brokerage. I believe it's sometime in October.
I've never seen him do any kind of stand-up.
Oh, that's how he got started. He started out as a stand-up, met, what's her name?
Roseanne.
Thank you. And then, launched the fame by marrying her. But, that's how he started out. Very
That's some
funny guy.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's love.
Or the love of money.
Something. There's love there somewhere.
Well, he hung on for what? few years, 3, 4, 5 years. And it's been, what, probably close to 40 years since they broke up.
Wasn't she married to the other one, too?
She's been married a few times, if I'm not mistaken.
Has she? I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah, she would. First of all, I loved her. I loved that show. When it first started.
Oh, it was great in the beginning.
In the beginning, it got weird after a while, but yeah, I loved it. And when she popped, she was already married.
Okay.
Divorced. I believe Tom Arnold was after that, and then I believe she's had a few after. But Tom Arnold in True Lies, I personally felt he should have won an award for that, his performance in that movie.
I saw it 100 years ago. I don't remember it.
And 9 Months. Remember 9 Months? Him
No.
and Hugh Grant. And Julianne Moore. She's pregnant with Hugh Grant's baby. It's a little bit of a rom-com, but it's funny.
I've seen all these, but like once I see them, like again, like 6 months later, it's like, whoop, I could see it again. It's all brand new. That's why I stopped reading. I would read a book and I'd love it. And then 4 months later, they'd be like, did you read that book? And I'd be like, yeah, what was it about? I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
It's so weird.
But once I watch a movie 2 or 3 times, then I'm good. But I'm not one of those people, like, a lot of comedians do it, actually. They come in here and it's a weird thing. I've actually been thinking about making a bit of this, but I haven't put the time in. Guys are like that. Guys are weird like that. Two guys can just meet, and let's face it, guys are guys. They don't want to go out the places they don't want to go to. They don't like meeting new people. They just want to be with their group, with their crew.
Mm-hmm.
But when they are people they've never met before, the second somebody says, like, quotes, I don't know, The Godfather or something, one guy lights up. Next thing you know, they're shooting quotes at each other for the next 3 hours, and they're best friends.
Uh-huh.
And I've always found that interesting. Like, these guys, one guy could be Republican, one could be Israeli, the other one could be, I don't know, whatever, North Korean, South Korean, but they start rambling lines from famous movies.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all they do for the next 2 hours.
As long as they have a common love of Goodfellas, they're
right.
in.
Yeah.
I get that. And it's like funny because I'll sit there and I'll recognize all of the, I'm like, oh yeah. Like, what's the Jewish guy's name in, is it a Bronx Tale? See, and I know it, but I can't quote it.
Bronx Tale. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
What's
I'm
his
the same
name?
way.
Morty?
Mush?
Morty. Okay. I don't know it.
In Goodfellas, the guy with the wig?
Yeah.
I think it was something like that. Morty. I don't even know.
Like, I've been in rooms with guys with it, like you said, they'll just do that all night.
All night.
Eventually, I just take my wine and move on. I'm like, I'm good.
So I'm bad. I can't. I know what movie they're talking about, but I'm so bad with coming up with lines of my own. So I'm the guy that's like,
yeah, because I can't remember. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll show you helicopters, Karen. That's all we had. And I'm like, all right.
Years ago, when I still had co-hosts, like the same 3 that were in here every day, we had Billy Joel's lighting director, Steve Cohen, and he's been with Billy Joel since the mid-'70s, still with him now. So this guy is like one of the few in Billy Joel's actually inner circle. I was actually shocked he came in here. He even said it to me when he came in. He goes, how did you find me? I was like, you tell me. It was just weird. So anyway, trying to talk to him about his career and Billy Joel and music, and Eric, my my co-host, somehow The Godfather came up. And Eric knows nothing about music, knows nothing about anything. And the two of them are like bonding. You see, they're kind of like, I was like, what the fuck? It was so weird. Good morning, sir.
Just a couple of things real quick. Number one, Rosie's not far off. She's talking about Maury in Goodfellas.
Oh, yes,
Maury.
yes.
Thank you.
Maury with the toupee.
Yes.
And so that was to Rosie. And to Tony, suck a bag of dicks. Tony, suck a bag of dicks. Okay? Suck a big bag of dicks. All right?
I no, because that's your show where you suck dick. So I know that you and Mike, that's what the show is. I don't want to take away and step on toes or step on dicks.
Oh, okay. So I only let Tom talk for 1 or 2 sentences. Is that right?
Just go back and watch.
I do go back and watch.
I know you do.
Remember it because it's only from 5 days away. And I know that there was a lot of back and forth, and we gave that young man plenty of opportunity to talk. And if you felt differently, well, suck a bag of dicks.
Well, you have. I'm very excited for you guys. I do hope Tom Arnold shows up on Zoom this Tuesday.
Yeah. Should I just not say anything? I'll just let Mike just control the whole show. And
Oh no! Please don't!
with
Please
his
don't! Please don't let Mike control the show.
I would actually love to see that. I would love to see that.
I felt like our interview with young buck stud Tom McGuire went very well the other day. By the way,
it did. It was a great show. Absolutely.
I wouldn't go with young buck stud.
Oh, Mark's gay, but
I didn't even know. Honestly, it was just a coincidence. I just didn't even know that Rosie was on today. It's only a coincidence that they only call every Friday.
It's true. It's true. It's such a weird thing.
You and James Grimm and James Grimm commenting that's just coincidence. He does that every Friday.
Yeah, it's well, you know what it is? They're off on Fridays.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Well, Hirschman, I think, is always off. I mean, nobody's on Facebook more than him.
Who's that?
You.
Oh, well, I mean, a lot of times I'll be at my desk and I get breaks during the day, but I'm just, I'm monitoring to make sure I have my finger on the pulse of shit like this when I can just randomly turn on and see my close friend stabbing me in the back with a shiv. I have to make sure I'm following.
Well, I'm just honored that you think this is something that you need to keep a pulse on, like it's somehow relevant in some way. I'm
honestly,
actually,
dude. If it was anyone other than Rosie, I'd be spending the time not watching like usual. So,
well, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I need as many fans as I can get.
Well, and hang on a second, you're gonna get your your shivvies in a bunch here. But did you see us at the top of the show where we were congratulating you guys on Best of Long Island nomination?
Oh, you know what? I tuned in right after. I tuned in right at the point where there was some sort of off-color remark that you almost read accidentally about Rosie.
Yes.
And it might have been from, what's his name in Florida, some sort of half-winded type of joke. That was probably pretty funny. I don't know why you edited it, but you did. That's when I tuned in, so I missed the nomination. But thank you
yes,
so much.
congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. That's like saying, so Tony's trying to say that he did a nice thing. It's almost like saying that Hitler had some good things that he did about himself as well. That's kind of like that, like that Tony bashing me and stabbing me in the chest, but then saying, oh, but I talked about you, nicely in the show. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hershey and the Keek Show doing the best we can to bring happiness to people, and most people other than Tony feel like we do that. So thank you very much.
Keep trying, Mark. Just keep trying.
Thank you, buddy boy. You guys enjoy the show today.
Yes, thank you.
Love you both. And when I say both, I mean one of you.
Thanks for calling, pal.
See you. Bye now. Bye.
Hershey and the Keeks every Tuesday at 9.
He cracks me up.
Mark's a lot of fun. In all honesty, as much as I love their show, but I do love talking to Mark because Mark, he is such a ball buster.
He is.
But that's my
he's
humor.
Super witty.
Oh yes, very smart and clever. And in my opinion, we don't see enough of that on their show. But
well, because he's very serious on a lot of
yes,
times.
and he has an agenda, and
he does.
Yes.
He's very organized. He's
right,
but he has to be.
Oh, I'm not saying
I mean, how do you manage that?
Right. I'm not saying he needs to change it. I'm just that just doesn't come through that much.
You have like Mr. Unhinged next to you. I mean, like he's Mr. Unhinged is his partner. I mean, you have to be in control.
You ever see the podcast that he had before the one with Hirschman?
I would be afraid.
Oh,
Hirschman?
No, that Keegan had with Hirschman.
I would have anxiety.
We'll get back to that. Good morning, Romeo.
Good morning, me. Why didn't you stick up for me when Fender said, oh, it's probably that guy from Florida that made that off-color remark about Rosie? I would never disrespect Rosie like that. And you let it go right over your head. You're
absolutely right. That did completely go over my head when he said that guy from Florida.
It was probably the guy from Seattle, not the guy from Florida.
No, it was Fender.
Right, from Long Island.
Fender, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm appalled. I would never disrespect Rosie like that.
No, you would not.
You're absolutely right. But now you have this is your time to respond. So the record has been set straight.
Okay, the only thing I'm going to respond to is Hershey. I hope you fucking lose. Goodbye.
Wow. Yeah, Keegan had a podcast with another guy and Carla, and it was called Domestic Disturbance. And yeah, Mike and Carla. Did you see Carla when she was on Hershey
I
Keeks?
watched every single second of that episode.
It was their podcast was like that, but ramp it up to 11. I mean, I think they broke up on the show 5 times.
I think they broke up that night on the show.
I'm shocked
when I
they
watched.
didn't, to be honest with you. Yeah.
And then and Keegan's mom was watching, and I was like, "How is she not in her car coming to the studio?" And I think she commented like, "When are they going to get married?" I'm like, "What?"
Yes. They must be like behind closed doors. They must be like, I love you, honey. I'm just busting your balls. Oh, I know, baby. Come here. Like they must be.
They must be the most passionate couple in
Yes.
the whole comedy industry.
And I'll tell you this, in all seriousness, he is fantastic with Carla's daughter.
Amazing.
Yes.
They came to Long Beach, Mike and Juliana. Mm-hmm. Because my son.
Oh, right, Juliana and your son.
My son and Juliana decided that we're going to connect online. I don't know. It's very strange. 6th and 5th graders meeting on Roblox. Oh, my mom knows your mom from the comedy club, and now we're friends. Weird.
Yeah. But not to them. It's a generational thing.
It is,
anyway.
but when I see Juliana, I'm like, "Hi, Juliana." She's like,
my goodness.
I'm like,
You do that a little too well.
And then she says to Cole, "I like your mom." Well, what do you do to people that you really like?
Right.
But they play Roblox together, and then she said, and Mike's so sweet. He's like, "Listen, I know you work on whatever day. If Cole wants to come, Juliana and I are going to go to this like bounce place, whatever. I can take him."
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, "I'm not sending my son anywhere with you." No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, so I wasn't able, that day Cole was doing something. I said, "But that night is the Long Beach fireworks. So if you want to join us, you can." So he came, which was so sweet. And we actually went to my ex's place, and he had a little barbecue, and we were all there before, and Mike came, and he knows Anthony.
Right.
So we all went there, and he barbecued first, and then we all went down to the beach because he's closer, and we walked down. We had our chairs, and the kids all played nice, and she met some of Cole's friends from Long Beach, and they all wreaked havoc and probably took down one of the lifeguard stands, I believe. And
that's fine.
And we watched the fireworks, and then it was such a nice night. Yeah, and he and Carla wasn't there. She had a show, I believe. And he was so good, you know? Because they're wild at that age, those kids, And he was just great, you
absolutely.
know? She wanted this, she wanted that. She kept she had so many Capri Suns. I mean, she was hopped up on sugar, all of them were, that he was like, "All right, enough already." And we had such a great night. And I was like, look at what a good dad he is.
Oh, he really is. Yeah. I in all seriousness, I give him lots of credit for that.
Yeah, and we had a great night, and it was really cute to see Mr. Unhinged as a daddy figure. It was nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you know what he's capable of.
Yeah, and she had cut her own bangs.
Oh,
they were
really?
like ding, 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 ding. And Carla was all pissed off about that. You know,
that's funny.
It's funny.
Yeah, I was flattered the other night. Mike was meeting up with Monty and Richie Byrne and a few other guys at some bar, and I was invited.
I wasn't.
I think it was just a bunch of dopey guys.
I'm a dopey guy.
But, no, you're not.
I do get invited to a lot of the dopey guy things, which I love, because I really do feel like one of the guys.
You are.
I do feel like that, and they've made me feel like that, which is nice.
Yeah,
they razz me a lot, and I have a thick skin that way, and I really enjoy being part of that crew.
You and Carla and Michelle Fox, you're like just one of the guys, and we could joke around.
I totally feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody ever gets weird. Like everybody's just, I love that.
All right, let's see what's. I haven't read comments, and my apologies. I really didn't read comments yesterday either.
Because he can't read.
Well, true. That's a fact. Rousseau, you got my vote. Excellent. The grilled cheese sandwiches is to die for at All American, says John.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay, the Italian Spanish version of Sherry Louis. I don't know what that means. Sherry Lewis, the Italian Spanish version. What were we talking about? I don't know. Oh, because you were talking about puppets.
Oh.
All right, Rosie. Wait a minute. I'm not reading that.
Oh God. And I'm so nice. I have so many things I wanted to say about Fremder that I keep to myself.
Well, October 4th. October 4th.
That's the night.
It's a week from tomorrow. Damn, I sure hope we're selling tickets. Are you sure the dancing guy didn't bring a mime? What dancing guy?
Which dancing guy? What, are they commenting on something else?
Well, I'm going back to like the beginning
But
of the
I
show.
can't even think of what that would dancing.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you did say Dancing with the Stars. No, did you?
No, you were talking about...
American Idol we talking about.
No, but you were also talking about the Doors. Dancing down the aisle, mime.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are we on a game show?
I don't know where we are. James Grimm, good morning from Westbury. I haven't heard anything about a legend from Hicksville. If you're in Westbury, James, why aren't you stopping by? You're nice and close. Ann is watching. Hello, and Adam Lambert fronting Queen. Freddie Mercury backing Adam. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Rusciello's got something else he has to say.
What I do now?
No, all right. Now I'm calm. All right. Don't put a cold towel on my head. so I'm not heated anymore. But I have a very, very interesting story to tell you.
Okay.
Last night, I went to the casino, which is the Hard Rock in Hollywood.
Okay.
And I go with my...
Are you by Fort Lauderdale?
Yes.
Oh, I love it over there.
Yes. And I go with my next-door neighbor, Lenny, and mind my business, and I'm proudly wearing my my Knock 'em Dead comedy shirt.
Nice.
Which eventually we wash it so much it's going to wear out, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm at the crap table and I'm doing my thing, and this very distinguished gentleman, looks like he came right out of Goodfellas, says to me he's right next to me. He says, "Oh, you go to Governor's?" I said, "Excuse me." He says, "That's that Knock 'em Dead comedy guy, right? The guy with the one leg." I go, "Excuse me?" So he goes, "Yeah, that's that show, that guy. All right, he knows all these comedians." So I said, "Well, yeah." I said, "That's him." I said, "He's a friend of mine." He goes, "I'm a very close friend with James Dolce." I said, "I don't know who James Dolce is." He goes, "Well, he's the owner. Don't you know about I said, "Well, I don't live in Long Island. I only lived on Long Island for a couple of years. And the last time I went to the Governor's Comedy Club was about 25 years ago." So he goes, "Oh, a great guy." He says, I said, "Well, Tony Walker." He said, "Well, I really don't know Tony." He says, "I see him at the bar, and when I go there." So I said, "Well, next time you go there," I says, "if you see Tony, tell him you shot crap with me." I said, and he said, "Well, I'm down here now." He goes, "We have a house, and where he lives, it has to be $3 million or better. He's right on A1A, and he's in Gulfstream, which is an amazing, amazing place.
Wow.
It makes Dix Hills look like a slum."
Wow.
So he said, "Yeah, I'm really not that down here now." So I said, "Oh," he says, "Yeah," but he says, "Great guy." He says, "He's a salt of the earth." He says, "I know him for a long time. I was involved with him in a few things. Great guy." And then we sevened out, and I cursed him, and that was the end of that. But yeah, so that was a very, and I was going to tell you this story before the show, but I was incapacitated. I don't know the guy's name. I don't, I'm not that type of guy to ask and stuff like that. But he recognized the shirt from the Knock 'em Dead comedy.
That's awesome.
That's wild.
See, and it's a small world. You never know.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I can't for the life of me even think who that could possibly be.
Well, it's just got to be one of James' buddies.
I can describe him as a man in his 60s with salt and pepper hair, very, very distinguished. I noticed that he had manicured nails.
That narrows it down to all of James's buddies.
Yeah, and what I tell you, he was betting 4 times what I was betting.
Wow.
And we're not $5 players. But yeah, it was just a funny. It was kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is kind of cool. Well, thanks, whoever you are, and
yeah. Like I said, I didn't get the guy's name, you know, and he didn't offer it. He says, yeah, every once in a while I go back up there. He goes, I see James. We go at the bar. So I said, well, next time you're there and you see Tony, I said, tell him you were shooting crap with my name. Which I was a little hesitant to give him my last name just in case. I didn't want a contract hit or anything like that.
Well, yeah, we're talking now, so it's good to know you're still with us and not with the cement boots somewhere.
Yeah, but I tell you, and I'm not lying to you. This is the second time that happened to me when I wore a shirt. The first time was on a beach by the pier, and now today.
Yeah, and who was that the first time? I remember you telling me, but I can't remember who it was.
Is the pier in Pompano?
No, there's piers. Let me explain, Rosie. There's piers in every town.
Oh.
Okay? Pompano is one of the piers I go to, but I live in Boynton Beach.
Okay.
So most of the time I go to Boynton Beach Inlet, but I have been to Pompano. Okay? I've been to most of the piers north of Miami. So how do you know about Pompano?
That's where my in-laws have a place that they spend the winters in for the past like 5-6 years, and I've been down to visit, and there's some really great restaurants over there. And
oh yeah,
it's really beautiful. You know, those
that whole area
crazy pelicans down there on the piers, and they're taking my son fishing off the pier. It's beautiful.
Yes, that's one of the perks of Florida. But Pompano is good. Well, I'm the next town up. Okay. I'm in Boynton Beach.
Very nice.
Well, anyway, I forget who the guy was. I can't think who the guy was, Tony. But yeah, I'm on the beach actually, and I'm on the beach. I'm on the boardwalk. I don't go. Obviously, I don't go on the beach, but I'm on the boardwalk, and a guy turned around and said the same thing.
Yeah. Wow.
But, there's a lot of Long Islanders that migrated down here, got smart in their old age and migrated down here.
Well, if I wore a shirt that said, I know John Rusiello, I guarantee I'd get probably a few people a day saying,
wear a bulletproof vest.
Well, if they hit the right leg, I'm safe. So.
All right. Have a nice weekend.
You too, pal.
Dawn thanks you for getting me all excited. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Very nice. So I'm looking at the comments here. Ann Rothney from California. She tuned in late because she's having trouble with her TV antenna.
That's a thing?
I've been trying for 3 days now. I threw it on the ground. Now it works. She's got to be messing with us.
I mean,
who has TV antennas?
Rabbit ears.
Yeah, right. The whole, and then you add the tinfoil to it. And you are joking, right?
It's interesting that I guess people do have certain things. Like I watched last night, I had Cole, my son, and I, we watched Happy Gilmore.
Oh, such a great movie.
The first one. And because a friend of his watched it and told him how funny it was and now wants to play golf. So my son plays hockey on Fridays, and he has a love-hate relationship with sports. He's more of a music kid. And I told him in the movie, he starts out as hockey and he winds up with golf. So we watched it. And as soon as the movie began, the first thing he came out of his mouth was, wow, look at the quality on this thing. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, look at the quality of this. Meaning the movie
film itself.
And I said, what's wrong with the quality of it? It's so low budget.
Wow.
I'm like, it's not low budget. And then he noticed in the movie that when they were in the nursing home, the TVs were like on tables and they weren't on the wall.
Flat screens, right?
And these are things I don't notice because to me, I've seen the movie and because I lived through these things. But to him, these are things that he's never experienced.
Wow.
In the beginning of the movie, when he has the intercom and he's calling down to the girlfriend, and they're like, when the night closes in, and then the Asian woman is in the apartment. She's like, well, you know, stay for breakfast. You know that part? And he's like on the phone. There's an actual phone on the wall. He noticed that. He noticed nobody had cell phones.
Right.
All these things he picked up on that it's part of our lives that these young people have never really seen in action. It's like part of the Smithsonian for them, you know?
Right.
And it's funny, somebody's got rabbit ears now today.
Yeah, I'm still perplexed.
But he did say, which I'm so happy, because they had clubs in school. Guess what club he joined? The Chess/Dungeons and Dragons Club.
Honest to God, I was going to say Dungeons and Dragons as a joke, but...
And my brother was so excited. He's like, oh, when I go to Comic-Con, you're going to come with me, and we're going to get you a real nice set of dice, and I'm going to get you this, and you could be the lair, and maybe if your friends want to play, I could be the dungeon master. I'm like, oh, Jesus, what's happening? What's happening right now? But then he said, after watching Happy Gilmore, I think I'm going to go back and also join the golf club.
Oh, okay.
And I was happy because he's right next door to Lido Golf Course.
Right.
And they take him right to and it's like free lessons. I mean,
yeah.
Why not? So at least he'll be outside for something.
The way I see it, whatever they're doing, making friends.
Yeah.
Because my son did the chess club.
Yeah, he plays chess with his friends.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's awesome.
I guess it's great, but like it's like I was sneaking out my window, climbing down the gutter,
right,
and stealing this poor handy abled man's car from what's that? It was Beefsteak Charlie's. He was the dishwasher. We'd be like, yeah, we'll fill it with gas. It's fine. Yeah, no, we have licenses. Like. I was terrible. And my son, and like my son is so like, no, mommy, I'm going to play chess. Like,
but
it's great. But like, I was like a little bit of like a troublemaker, not with guys, but with like my girlfriends. Like we were like mischievous. We like to
but
do pranks and make prank phone calls.
Exactly.
And, like, we were bad.
It wasn't bad. It was a different time, but even like you weren't stealing things. You were, like you said, it was silly pranks. It was almost part of the culture to a certain degree. Where now, if there's a kid walking down the street, let's say your son sneaks out and it's 1:00 in the morning. Well, then a picture of him is on Long Beach Mamas, and everybody thinks he's up to no good. And before you know it, someone's going to hit him with the car because they feel he deserves it. Like it's a whole different mindset
very different
now.
As it was like just recently, because now they ride their bikes to school. There's a little Key Food right near where they can ride their bikes to.
Yeah.
And he said to Anthony, is it okay if I ride with Max to go to Key Food? We're going to go get snacks. Okay, fine. So he went, and these other boys were in the pizzeria, and they weren't buying things, but they were making a big like ruckus, and they ripped the marshmallows that he bought out of his hand, and they were throwing the marshmallows around.
Oh, wow.
And sure enough, there was a group thread from the moms. I don't know whose kid was involved, but there were marshmallows being thrown, and there were kids in the pizza place, and there was this and there were that. And these were the kids that were present, whether they were involved or not. But these were the kids that were outside just so you can have a chat with your kid, like instantly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, instantly?
I was in Boston at a rave for a weekend, and my parents thought I was like at Katie's house 3 doors down. Like, there was no way for them to find me.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like between the Ring doorbells and the phones and the footage, and everybody knows that they can't get away with. Can't get away with anything. Please, I'm so thankful that I grew up in the '90s, and I'm so thankful. So much fun.
Oh yeah, there was stuff that thank goodness there were no cameras.
And like my soundtrack was like grunge and '90s hip hop and like classic rock, and they're listening to like K-pop Demon Slayer soundtrack. Gotta be golden. Ugh, such shit music. Like,
yes, I agree with that.
Oh, it's so different. I love him, and I'm happy for him, and he doesn't know any better. But
yeah, well, and that's the thing. They don't know any better, so they're happy.
They're happy.
Go be happy. But yeah, getting back to the social media, my dog, we had the dog for 2 days. And some lady knocks on the door one day. My wife answers it, and she's handing the dog over. She goes, yeah, he got out. We saw it on Facebook, and then we happened to see him down the block. Sure enough, I look. Somebody took a picture of him on a neighbor's driveway, right? Like we're on one end of the street, on the other end. And people are posting. Anybody know this dog? It's like, I had no idea. We didn't know he was gone. We didn't know this was posted. And, of course, all these people, what's wrong with these owners? Don't they know? So I did. I found this was my dog. I said, just got him. I said, I didn't make the whole place dog-proof yet. I said, you want my address to come shoot me? I actually was challenging people. And then one neighbor came to my defense. I know Tony. He's my friend. Leave him alone.
How about you mind your business?
Right. But that's how things have changed, too. Everybody's a keyboard warrior. Nobody minds their business anymore. Oh, which I wanted to get to, actually. I wanted to talk to you about this. I don't know if we're getting too serious or too political. Our culture has accepted two huge lies. You know where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
The first is that if you disagree with someone's lifestyle, you must fear or hate them. The second is that to love someone means you agree with everything they believe or do. Both are nonsense. You don't have to compromise convictions to be compassionate. You posted that.
Mm-hmm.
Did something in particular spark that?
I'm tired of everybody's bullshit online. I can't take it anymore.
Keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling.
It's just driving me absolutely nuts. And
Yep.
look, I have my own political beliefs. I have my own personal beliefs. I'm very middle of the road. But I also run a business, so I have my own beliefs when it comes to the economy, because I also have to keep people employed, and I also have to pay a very stiff tax bracket. And I know what comes along with some of this bullshit and tariffs and everything else. So I come from a different perspective than some other people may. I'm not a taker.
Right.
I'm a payer. So I come from that, but I'm also the type of person that's like a live and let live when it comes to whatever you want to do.
Right.
You want to do it if it's not impacting me. I don't care. You want to wear pink hair and blue nose rings all day long. I don't care. It's fine. Be who you want to be. So I feel like it's not so black and white. Like some people are very fiscally conservative, but they're more liberal when it comes to their beliefs and how people live their love lives.
Sure.
Or who they want to have sex with. Some people have an open marriage. Some people are okay with that. Some people are very strict in how they live their life, or they're very conservative with their religion, and some people don't have a religion. And it doesn't have to be that if you check A, B, and C that you can't check this box, this box, this box. There could be a mixture. And you might, I always think of what's his name? What was his name? Carvel? Carvel? He was the...
Tom Carvel.
No, not
Fudgy the Whale.
Not that guy. The one that was the advisor for Clinton, the bald guy.
Oh, James Carville.
Yes. And his wife was so conservative.
Okay.
And he was very liberal.
Yeah.
And I always found them fascinating because they had this wonderful marriage. And they thought so differently. And it's possible. You know, you have these people.
Like Mike and Carla.
Yes. And you have these people fighting online. And it's like it's almost like everybody's unfriending one another, and they can't right. have a conversation, and now they're not talking to one another. And you might not have necessarily agreed with Charlie Kirk or things he might have said, but you could also at the same time feel sad for his children and his wife at the same time.
Absolutely.
And
right.
that doesn't make you a horrible person.
Right.
And
right.
you may just be listening to little sound bites of him and not a whole story.
That's a big part of what you're talking about.
And you may also not have ever even heard of him and hate him and not even know anything about him.
Right.
And maybe you think it's a little too much what went on with the pomp and circumstance. And if that's your belief, then don't watch it. Like, there's so many ways around it.
Right.
And these people are making themselves so crazy. You don't like Jimmy Kimmel before? Then don't watch him.
Right.
You're mad that he's back on? Then still don't watch him.
Right.
You're happy he's back on? You probably didn't watch him anyway? Then watch him.
Right. What bothers me is the fact that this is news.
It's so much news. It's like fucking so much news.
It's a TV show. Who gives a shit? Who gives a
It's
shit?
network TV, which is a dying breed anyway.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, I
Right.
think his ratings were in the shit tank to begin with.
Fine. And I know people disagreeing and they're saying, no, it's more than a TV show. It's about freedom of speech. I disagree with that.
Yeah.
They have the right. He's an employee of whoever owns ABC. They have the right to fire him.
Yes. Like for me, I have a business.
And you have the right to fire who
And
you
if
want
I
to fire.
had somebody in my company, they have the right to say whatever they want to say at all times. That is their right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if they're getting a paycheck from me,
right,
and they're representing me, right, and I find out that they do something
Right.
that I think is off the wall, especially if it's public, if it's in the privacy of their own home, I don't give a shit.
Right.
And I say crazy things in the office. That's why they keep me in the office a lot. But if they do something publicly, like online,
right,
and it gets out and it's something that's going to affect me, impact me as a business owner, I do have that right to let them go.
Right.
And it's not because I'm stomping on their right as an American or their First Amendment. But I have that right to say, I don't agree with it. It's going to impact my business. It could impact my pocketbook.
Right.
It could impact my other employees. It could impact the reputation of my company. And therefore,
Right.
I'm no longer going to sign your check. I have that right as well.
And it's not a freedom of speech thing. Yes, they have the freedom of speech.
Yes,
but,
they do.
But there's also the freedom of consequences. Yes. So, I mean, look at teachers. So many teachers...
They're so stupid.
Well,
don't say anything.
Well, right. Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. A lot of teachers don't even have a Facebook profile, or they have it under a different name because...
Just don't say
Right.
anything. Say, you know what? Close the door.
Right.
Be at your dinner table with your closest friends and your husband or whoever you are and say whatever the hell you want to say.
Right.
But you got to say it in the classroom. You got to say it online.
Right.
Don't you think?
Exactly.
I
No,
mean,
you're spot on.
it's almost like they're asking for a problem.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
don't ask for a problem.
Right.
And that's the part that I don't agree. Like, I don't have to agree with everything my best friend. I mean, a lot of my best friends and I, we don't agree
Right.
on a lot of things.
Right.
So we either choose not to discuss it, or we're going to have a solid discussion, and at the end of the night, we're going to still be friends.
Right.
And we're going to move on because we agree on more than we disagree.
The story I always tell, I think it was the last time. No, I think it was the time before. You know, every maybe 2 or 3 years, Louis C.K. does like a week at all 3 governors' clubs, and it's like spur of the moment. You know, the big announcement. Louis C.K. is here at Levittown tonight, you know, and people just go crazy to get their tickets. He's done this like 3 or 4 times in the past few years with governors. And I don't think it was the last one. I think it was the time before that. I had gotten it. I think I've seen him twice, 2 or 3 times. But one of the times he was coming around, he made a joke where he was talking about somebody. I don't remember the premise, but he was talking about somebody, and he compared it to dealing with somebody with autism, and the whole place was laughing. And I just sat there. I'm like, all right, well, as a father of an autistic daughter, I didn't really find that funny. I didn't now hate the guy. I was laughing 5 seconds later at the next joke. Like, it didn't change anything. I'm not even going to say I was offended. I didn't like it, but so what? And that's kind of how I see it. So what? So I didn't like it. You move on. It didn't change my opinion of the guy. It didn't affect my life.
No.
Now, if I had access to him and wanted to come in here and discuss why or why not that joke is acceptable, I'll gladly do that.
And I guarantee you he would be open to that discussion and would
As would I.
appreciate your feedback.
And I would appreciate his. Whether we agree or not, my level of respect would not change for him, and we would walk out this door shaking hands.
Absolutely. But that's what adults do.
Right.
And that's what's missing nowadays.
Right, but the news doesn't help. Again, it's a talk show. I mean, personally, his job is to make people laugh. I do feel he's gone a little too far. If he wants to do a political show on CNN, fine, do that. But this is not a political show. It's supposed to be entertainment. However, you know, fine, like you said, then I just don't tune in. I don't
it. You
give
don't have.
a shit.
You have a choice to not tune in.
But why is it news?
But people are getting so angry about it to the point where it's like
scary.
You have a choice to not watch.
Right.
It's not like you're being forced I have to watch this and I hate it so much. Like,
Right.
and yes, I think what's sad is that that these talk show, whether it be The View or whether it be any late night show, it's not like it used to be. Like, I remember as a kid, I used to watch Conan O'Brien, and it was so funny. It was just so fun.
Right.
You know,
Right.
when he used to do In the Year 2000.
Right.
And he would do all these things that were going to happen in the future. And it wasn't political.
Right.
It wasn't political. It was satire on what was going on in the culture of society.
Absolutely right.
And it was silliness. And it was bringing in guests. And, you know, like even Arsenio Hall, he would have on wild guests. He would have on... And you would laugh.
Right.
You would have musicians on. You would talk about what was going on in their life.
Right.
Everything now has a political agenda, and that's the problem. We're so tired, whether it be left or right.
Yeah.
And it's like you have Fox News on, and they bring in the dumbest Democrat that they can find, so they can be right, and they
Right.
can sound right, and they won the argument. And then you go to MSNBC, and they bring on the dumbest Republican they can find, so they sound right, and they
Yep.
win the argument. And it's like so obvious, and you
And people just buy into
and you
it.
just buy into it, and they watch it hour after hour, and then
Right.
you have one show, and then the next show is the same thing but with a different blonde, and their agenda is the same but on a different, and it's like hour after hour after hour, and then their social media is also doing the same thing. And my mother watches, and she watches, and she watches, and she watches, and she gets herself so angry. And I said to her today, actually, I said, Mom, I'm going to say something to you, and I mean this with all the love and respect in the world. How many years do you think you have left to live? What do you mean? I said, stop getting offended. How many years do you think at most you're going to live? 8 years.
Oh, wow.
So I said, okay, fair, because she's 82.
Okay.
She's going to live for 85 more years, my mother. So I said, do you want to spend the next 8 years worried about things that are going to outlive you, that you can't control? Well, it doesn't mean I want to be uninformed. I said, I'm not saying you have to be uninformed.
Sure.
But do you want to have to worry about them? Because what I see you doing is worrying, stressing, getting yourself riled up, yelling at the TV, and getting anxious. And to me, all I see is wasted energy, wasted time.
Yeah.
You have so many finite years left, and you're wasting the time. Now, if you were going to be an advocate, or you were going to join some sort of group, or you were going to make it your mission to make a life change, or go out there and become this environmentalist or this, political pundit on TV, I mean, okay, but you're not.
Right.
You're in your fucking room with your headphones on like this, with your snacks. Fuck
Yelling.
this guy. You know what? Fuck. What for? What for?
Yeah.
What for? It drives me crazy, and it just absolutely, it's madness. It has become this 24-hour cycle of fucking madness on both ends. And that's why I posted that, because I personally, I have a business. I have friends on both sides, feel very strongly. Comedic friends that get themselves into these twists.
Yes.
And have said really crazy things lately. And between having the business where I like to kind of keep it even keeled, because I don't like to ruffle anybody's feathers. I don't think it's a smart move. I don't want to get so caught up in any of that shit.
I'm with you.
I'm back to wanting to see what people are going to eat on Thanksgiving.
Right.
Oh, turkey? Shocker. Like, just show me the dumb shit. I want to see what your kids are doing. I want to see what your dog just ate. I want to see your new outfit for
Right.
your homecoming. I want to see your kids' photo and what they wrote. You drank 2 tequilas, ha ha ha. Like,
Right.
I want to see that again.
Yes.
Because it's like between like your own personal stresses and your own personal money woes or your own personal things, like Who needs this shit? What are we like? I want to know what these people online are solving. They're not. They're not helping.
I want to know the people that are being our leaders, our elected leaders. I want to know what they're helping. On both sides.
And
Really?
you have all these people that are just like when what's his name, George Floyd died, and everybody's kowtowing to that shit, and now you have everybody kissing everybody's ass on this side. Like, why?
Right.
Today, I read something that I just said to myself, I'm done. I think it was Serena Williams was upset because she stayed in a hotel and they had a vase and it had cotton in it.
It was like some kind of weird bouquet, but it wasn't flowers. It was cotton. Yeah, and she got all pissed off.
She got upset.
A friend of mine sent me an article this morning. So the other day, the Mets were playing the Chicago Cubs, and one of the Cubs players had skipped one of the games because he knew Charlie Kirk. He was invited to the memorial that they had the other day, so he went. Mets broadcaster Gary Cohn made a point to say that he found it weird that this player skipped a game. So a friend of mine sent me an article this morning.
Like they're in playoff position right now. Like it matters. I mean, right? I mean, it's not like I can understand maybe if he missed a fucking playoff game.
Well, that was the thing. That's the thing. The article that my friend sent me pointed out that in 2020, when George Floyd happened, the Mets were playing a game where they walked off the field as their way of, protesting and standing up for their rights. And Gary Cohn said, that was a poignant moment. But now he's saying this guy is weird for skipping a game to go to the Charlie Kirk Memorial. And the article even says, both games mid-season, and, it was like listing all the things they had in common. The Cubs, so this just happened the other day. That's not mid-season. That's all the teams that are trying to get into the postseason. Like, it's down to the wire now. It's the end of the season. The Cubs and the Mets are trying to make it. So that's why he found it weird. When the Mets walked off the field during the George Floyd time, back in 2020, the 2020 Mets were not close to making it anywhere in the postseason or championships, however you want to term it. Like, they were nowhere close to anything. It really, it didn't matter.
But you see the tit for tat that goes
Exactly.
on?
That's my point. Like, and just like I said about Kimmel, first of all, we have so many things to worry about. Do we really care what Gary Cohen thinks? I don't. I think he's a great broadcaster, and he calls a great baseball game. But I don't wake up the next day saying, what did Gary Cohen have to say about the state of humanity?
Let's bring back the guy that was wearing the panties. Can we go back to those times? That was the biggest deal. Like, oh, you got caught wearing women's panties.
Right. Or the guy during COVID was on the Zoom meeting and turned out he had no pants on.
Yeah, I like that. Or the woman that did the Zoom as a potato. I mean, this is the shit I want to hear now.
Yes.
I mean, maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm a dumb woman. I don't know. I miss this. I miss the frivolity of things again. Like, it's everything is politicized. You could say these are my glasses, and they'll turn it into something.
Right. Oh, she wears those types because she's a
she's a lesbian. These are lesbian glasses. She puts them on, and she likes vagina. All of a sudden, like vagina. It's
and you mentioned Conan O'Brien. Like, I grew up watching Carson. He made fun of the politicians all the time, but you had no idea where he personally stood. He made fun of all of them. Didn't matter where they were. He just, that was the way it was. He just made, because again, they all suck. But
yeah, but even SNL somehow is able to make fun of both sides, and it's funny. Yes, it's skewed, but they still manage to like really rip on everybody. And I feel like rip on everybody, do it funny. Just be funny.
Right.
But nothing's funny. It gets so serious, and it just gets
right.
so awkward.
If I'm the head of ABC, that's my note to Kimmel. I appreciate your opinions. I appreciate where you stand. I respect you, but your job here is to be funny.
No one's paying anybody for their like personal beliefs. Like,
right.
Just be funny.
Right.
Like, imagine if you're at a comedy show here and somebody just stands up on stage and they just start.
That happened once. I was at the brokerage, and I won't mention any comedians' names.
And it's not funny.
A guy starts going off on Biden. You literally saw almost half the room get up and go. Someone going to the bathroom. Someone outside smoked cigarettes. Someone just went to the bar. And I was standing next to the comedian that was going on next. And he just turns to me.
He
goes,
must have loved that
well,
shit.
Right. He just looks at me. He goes, what am I going to do here?
Ugh.
He goes, now it's up to me to bring them all back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, it won't be too hard because all you got to do is not talk about politics and they'll all come back and sit down. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, you got quite the job ahead of you. Like, I really feel bad for this guy. The guy on stage was not being funny. He wasn't funny. He was just ripping. And I'll tell you, like I said, I'm not going to tell you who it was, but I will say it wasn't Kevin Downey Jr.
Oh.
Now, Kevin Downey Jr., you come
know
here,
what you're getting.
You know what you're getting.
But that's okay, because if you know what you're getting and that's your type of humor and you want to go in to see that, there is an audience for that. But you know what you're going for.
Even if you don't know who Robert Downey Jr., Kevin Downey Jr. is, and you're coming to see him, you may disagree with the politics, but at least you're still going to laugh because he is tremendously funny. Where this guy, he wasn't telling jokes. He was, Biden said, and then Biden did, and Kamala Harris. Like, he was just complaining. I was like, what are you doing?
It's very weird.
I was at one of Galati's shows once where a guy just starts, he made some kind of bad joke with the whole vaccination thing. Nobody laughed. But from there, he just went on this whole big rant on why we should all get vaccinated. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinions. That's not the point. But sure, then I'm watching people getting up and leaving. And I heard one woman say, she's walking out, I didn't come here to be told what to do.
And that's how people feel. And that's exactly it.
Right.
I don't want to feel like I go online to see, what my family in Australia has been up to, and I have to be told what to do by other people. Like, it's just, it's become really bizarre, and it's overwhelming.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah.
And I have a lot of family that feels one way and feels the other way, and I love them all.
Right.
I really do. Mm-hmm. I come from a very mixed crowd. I have family that has very little. I have some family that has a lot. I come from minorities. I come from a lot of, I have a mixed bag, and I see a lot of different sides. I'm very lucky that way. So, like I said in that quote that I didn't write, but I really liked, I can love something about somebody and disagree with them equally on certain things. And that's okay.
Right.
And we're being forced to feel like just because I don't agree with something that you believe in, I'm not allowed to love you anymore.
Right.
Or if I don't vote the same way as you do, I have to block you. Or
yeah.
And it's fucking madness.
Yes, I agree 100%.
You think I'm going to agree 100% with every single thing somebody does in life? I mean, that's what makes us different, or else we're all the same.
Right.
And then there's two sides? I mean, there's so many different variables. And you might feel a certain way in life because you have a child that is autistic, that I don't have that same life experience, so I wouldn't have the same thought process as you do. And I haven't learned the same way as you because I don't have that experience.
Right.
And how could I?
And it's also the blind faith, too, that bothers me. Well, all right, I'm Republican, so I have to follow this guy no matter what. Or I have to do what this says. And the same with Democrats. I have to follow. And no matter how crazy things are getting. And I can remember a time, George W. Bush, he was a part of a group that was, I'm retired from the phone company. He was part of a group that was going to buy the phone company. It wasn't around here. I forget where exactly it was, but as a union guy, we were involved in the fighting against it. He was involved in a group that was going to buy the phone company or buy a phone company, but because it was a brand new group that was buying it, it would have voided the union contract. And they were coming out right out and saying, yeah, we're going to do this. We're not going to honor the union, which meant, lower wages, lower training, lower safety. So, and George W. was the president at the time. I'm like, this is bullshit. But I loved the way he handled, other things, such as going after, whoever, the people responsible for 9/11. And I loved how he showed up in the city and, kind of rallied everybody.
You're not going to agree.
You're not going to agree with every single thing.
With every single thing your wife has ever said or done.
Exactly.
I mean, but you love her. You married her.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
I mean, my brother and I fight sometimes like lunatics. I love him.
Right. Right. Yep. It is because it's the news. I hate how they're slanted. I hate what they report. I don't care what Donald Trump tweeted. So what? What did he do about certain things? What laws what is he signing? That's what matters. And I don't care what Jimmy Kimmel tweeted or X'd, whatever you call it. I don't care what somebody wrote in response to him. The news is who got elected, who's dead, what accident was there, who signed a bill for what. Like, that's the news, and we don't get that anymore.
No. And you never hear anything good.
Right. And then all the keyboard warriors, because they don't. It's similar to being in here. We don't see you guys, so a lot of times we don't think, oh, shit, there might be X amount of people watching us right now. Because they're not physically here, sometimes we lose sight of that, and we might say things that if you all were sitting here, I might not say. But keyboard warriors, they don't think about all the people seeing them. They'll all type their shit.
It's very brave to be home and in your pajamas and trash a business.
Right.
We had somebody write something the other day. We have dumpsters outside now because we're clearing out the business after the fire.
Right.
And a lot of the dresses that were like the bridesmaid ones I had mentioned the other day, they were all smoky.
Yes.
I showed you the guy.
Yeah.
Well, he took all those dresses. I guess he couldn't carry all of them eventually. So he must have taken some of them off of his cart and thrown them into a garbage at one of the train stations.
Okay.
Now, some of them still have the tags that say the business on them. So somebody saw them in a trash bin or a dumpster elsewhere, and they wrote an actual review about my company. How dare this company throw out these gowns and they're perfectly fine? How wasteful. They could have donated them, this, that, the other thing. Now, thankfully, in the review, they wrote, I've never been to this business, but. And we were able to get it removed from Yelp because they wrote, I've never been to this business. So technically, there's in the loophole, they can't really write a review about a business that they are saying they've never been to.
Right.
So we got it removed. But there they are in their pajamas, bashing a family-owned business in their own community just because they felt that we could have donated these dresses that smell like absolute shit. Right.
And they'll post that without maybe even emailing or calling. Hey, did you guys know? Did you guys do that? Like, let me just, because I'm a keyboard warrior.
Yeah, because I like to take my dresses from a bin or my business and drive them to Merrick or Seaford and throw them out over there. Because that's what I like to do. Instead of donate them. Like, I started a Prime Drive when I was in high school.
Right.
And donated them to different high schools.
Sure.
But no, let's bash these people and write a negative review and bring down their Yelp review even further, because only people that like to bitch and moan go on Yelp. It's not, people normally do Google and stuff.
Right. Yeah,
like,
you're right
it's like,
yeah, it's crazy.
It's very brave. People are they're big brass ones when they're in their pajamas at home.
Just keep scrolling. And I used to love Facebook. I was talking about it recently on here. Facebook to me used to be like a kid going to your friend's house and going into their room where they had a poster of Eddie Vedder and a poster of the Yankees and some pictures of their parents and, a saying on the wall over here. Like, you would walk into a kid's room and based on what's on the walls, you knew what this kid was all about.
Yeah, you learn about
Facebook was the same exact way. Yeah. People used to post about their bands and their favorite movies and their friends and, like you said, and their kids. And you can catch up on their lives. Maybe you haven't seen a person in 20 years, but you can catch up based on what they're posting. And you can even, if you're in the middle of a quarantine, you can still feel like you're at a party because you can still find people to talk about, the game on TV or the award show that's on TV and have a conversation with all the people that are watching the same thing as you. So you're not alone and you can enjoy yourself. Instead, people are just going crazy. Let me read comments, and then we're going to get out of here. And since she was not joking, I run on an antenna. I don't need anything else. Wow. All I watch
is Jimmy Kimmel.
Bakerfield News. Vicky says, hi, Vicky. I have a regular antenna for my TV, too. I'm with you, Ann. Really?
Wow.
That's interesting. Fremder's been carrying on, throughout the show that if he makes fun of you, it means he likes you. We know that, and likewise, pal.
Same. That's how
Yeah.
Danny and I operate.
So many nice things to say about me. Who knew, by the way, I introduced myself. He says that when he introduced himself to you, you said, "I hate you," and you walked away from him.
Fremder?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No, she didn't.
No, I didn't. I was so surprised that he was 50 years younger than I anticipated. No, 30. 30 years younger than I anticipated.
That's funny. All right, this is funny. Fremder says, the other day I saw a commercial for breast implants on my flat screen. That was funny. Carol Miner's watching. Hi, Carol. Vicky says, Happy New Year to Carol and Fremder. Oh, my God, my brother worked at Beefsteak Charlie's in Hicksville in the early 80s, says Carol Miner. Yeah, Carol, I thought the same thing. She said, you grew up in the 90s? She goes, I feel so old because I grew up in the 70s and 80s. When you said that, I actually the same thing went through my head. I was like, shit, I grew up 20 years earlier than I grew up in the 90s. Hopefully, I'm in her will, says Fremder. Yeah, Ann says, yeah, she grew up in the 60s and 70s. The 90s were so different. It's still weird to me that the 90s were 30 years ago.
Yeah, I went to my 30th high school reunion.
Yeah, right, right. John Rusciello, it's all about thank you etiquette. Your job is to entertain the audience. Politics should never be a part of a thank you monologue. I agree with that 100%. I'll be honest, I couldn't get through Kimmel's monologue when he on that first show back the other day. Some of it just seemed so self-centered to me. There were some nice things he said and things that made good points, but there was also a lot of me, I'm the victim, this one supports me, and I was like, and I did. I shut it off. Can you imagine if Republicans and Democrats all of a sudden all got along, the government would lose their shit, they wouldn't know what to do.
No, they wouldn't. They pride themselves on tearing people apart.
and causing separation in us and infighting so that they can do what they want to do because we're not paying attention. And again, as a union guy, I learned that firsthand. The company things would come out or things would happen to cause all the union brothers and sisters to fight with each other. So then when nobody was paying attention, they would do some shit.
I mean, without the division, how would they maintain their voter base?
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
Ann says, that's right, Tony, you have a lot of class. Thank you. I don't know what I said, but thanks. I appreciate that. You do too, Ann. You do too. Fremder, I never make political comments on my social media. You'd be amazed at how much extra time you have in the day when you go about your business and don't even listen to the news. Yes, I agree with that.
It's very true.
John says, don't get carried away. Tony hangs out with Kaplan. Where is the class in that? No argument, John. No argument. And that's why Ann only uses an antenna, because she doesn't care for TV. Politics are everywhere, says Ann. Fremder. I have no political agenda, but I do have a political afremda. Oh, goodness.
I don't know how he continues to make these. I mean, it is listen, it's impressive that he has just an arsenal. It's just an endless arsenal.
It actually is a funny, like, if that's his persona of all these, like, bad puns, like, it is amusing.
If somebody said you have to come up with 10 I don't think I can do it.
Right, yeah, and I'm with you. I think I would call him.
Going got endless puns.
Yeah. Right, and then he says, yeah, our political opinions and posts will never, isn't going to change anybody or anything. If you're upset about cotton being in a vase, then pick it out.
Oh, my God.
People getting upset about what they see in a vase. Dark times, yeah. All right, let's see. John Rusciello, the old comics never said anything about politics. Jack Benny, George Burns, Gracie Allen, Red Skelton, just to name a few great talents. Yeah, and Red Buttons, remember?
I liked Red Buttons.
Red Buttons.
My dad was a big fan. I know all those old guys because of my dad. He was a big comedy fan, and he used to make me watch the late night stuff when they were guests, and they were
Red
so
Buttons,
great.
Well, who has long since passed, is Lou Pratt's uncle.
Get out!
Yeah, he's talked about it. Next time we get him in, he'll fill you in on all the Red Buttons stuff.
Oh my God, that's wild.
Yeah. Right now, during this time, I'm not sure if the bald eagle is the right bird to represent this country. I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure a bird needs two wings to fly successfully. Yeah. Can't even get a comment ready when I say something intelligent. Apparently, Bush was in the office the same day Bill and Monica hooked up.
Oh, get it?
No.
Not the man Bush, but the female.
Oh. That's so awful. All right, right. Now they're all talking about the Eagle thing. Yeah, that was good. And saying have a good weekend. That usually means it's time to go. Okay, James Grimm. Along with my no farting policy in my home, there was no politics policy. All right, so now I wish I saw that earlier because it's time for us to go. How can you have a no farting policy?
In your own home.
Yeah, nothing says I love you better than a lovely woman sitting there and she just lets one rip. That says I love you. I'm so comfortable with you. I'm going to let one go. Not to mention I'm 12 and they're still the funniest thing going.
Yeah, my son loves. It's so funny. Before we go,
yeah.
This morning I went into Cole's room and I thought he was really out cold, sound asleep. So I snuggled up next to him. I'm like, "Come on, Cole, it's time to get up." And I'm like, "Come on." Oh, I snuggled, and all of a sudden, and he's like, "I gotcha." Well, shit. And he thought it was the greatest thing ever. You know, I'm like, "All right, guess you're up. Let's go."
There is nothing better when you're able to time it. I mean, I do it all the time. I just got Keegan the other day with one. I forget what I said, but I worked it into my sentence. but sometimes I'm just like, "Did you hear that?" And they're like, "No, what?" And then I'm like, I don't know what it is though. It sucks as I'm getting older. Because and Lisa will tell you, if my wife was here, she would tell you. For years, my farts didn't stink. I am a gas machine. I'd be farting all day, and I'm laughing at the noise. But now, she's like, that is the most disgusting smell. This has been going on for probably about a year now. She's like if we're in bed, she's throwing the covers over her face.
We're going to give you Laura's doctor's number. You can go see her.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Because then I'll have Laura's problems. Oh, yeah, that's bad.
Teddy? Gotta get out of here.
All right, so are we promoting anything?
No, I gotta get the hell out. I'm promoting a little peace and quiet this week.
All right, that's nice.
And the kids being in school for a whole damn week.
Well, no. Next Thursday they're off for Yom Kippur.
Oh, the sad one.
Right. I used to love that in school, all the holidays.
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah.
And some schools get Diwali, and they get Eid, and they get all of them.
Oh, yeah. Yep. They're creeping in with more of those holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the comedians you'll see on the governor's stage this week. Oh, first, I forgot. Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Thanks for all the support. Donversations tonight. Mike Pacchetti is Don's guest. You can see Mike Pacchetti on October 4th. We're going to be in the Giga Room. Mike Pacchetti's hosting. Lots of great comedians, including Andrew Fremder making his debut. But lots of great comedians. Showtime has changed to 9 p.m. But come on down. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm hosting. George.
What's better?
What's better? I agree. 9 o'clock is a better time. And George Washington will be making an appearance. You saw, if you watched right from the beginning, I played the commercial of George. George Washington will be making an appearance. So come on down to that show. We're going to have a lot of fun. Go to govs.com, govs.com. Some of the comedians you'll see on the governor's stage this weekend: Luis Gomez, Andrew Kennedy, Mats Palazza. The Benny Rizzuti birthday bash is tomorrow here in the Giga Room. Mezzi Sarah and Joe Curry is a part of that, and some other great comedians. govs.com, govs.com to make your reservations. Knock 'em Dead Comedy will be at McGuire's in December, but we have some other shows coming up. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com, where you'll also find info on how you can hire us for your event. For fun game shows or murder mysteries, comedic, of course, they're a lot of fun. And that, I believe, is everything. All right. Thank you, as always.
Thank you.
You're the best.
I'll see you next week.
Good.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you here with Jeff on Monday. Coffee with the Dog, Monday morning at 9. We're at 11. Steve Squared at 6:30. And I think Laura and Kathy Arnold are here Monday night. I think. Pretty sure. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you later.